Today's a big day.
Holy crap, that's huge!
What is all of this stuff?
So, what's on your shirt?
Snapped and shot everywhere.
Okay, so that didn't work out.
Making progress.
Check it out.
Damage. We're gonna be out of here in no time. I hope.
Previously on Sailing Soulianis. Nearly done with applying copper coat to our hull, all that was left to finish were the spots under the jack stands. After finding a diesel leak, we ripped out our fuel tank and uncovered the problem.
This was the issue right here. A little bit of fuel.
Oh yeah, look
Down in
at
the
that. So today, we're gonna take the fuel tank to a welder. Unannounced. So, we're hoping that they're there. And they might be able to do something for us. So this is the offending corner. That is the lowest point of the tank where water collected. Where corrosion ate right through the weld. Hey buddy. Oh, hi fuel tank. Just sitting in there amongst our towels and laundry and clothes.
Other personal
items. Just fit in there.
Yes, Chip, I know. I'm not wearing my suit. Oh, there's a freaking bobcat!
What? Where?
Did you see it? It just ran across.
No!
Oh, it was huge.
Really?
Yes.
Ah!
That was freaking awesome.
I wonder if I got it on camera because I was pointing out the window.
Yeah, you might have.
Okay,
that was a big cat.
I'm so glad you got to see one.
That's scary. Bird, you can't run at night anymore.
Well, I'm still running at night. Okay, where were we going again?
We're going to get our fuel tank fixed, hopefully. So it was very slow.
And flush it.
Uh-huh.
And get that fuel out of there because you can't weld it with that fuel.
Okay, so that didn't work out. It's a new day. We're off to a new welder. He ended up quoting us $300 to $500 for the repair, and we just didn't really feel comfortable with paying more than half of what a new tank would cost. So the goal is to find another welder who might be able to do it for a little bit cheaper, or we're gonna do JB Weld and
order a new tank.
We'll get a new tank eventually.
Did he just pick him up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Were his legs all scrambling?
No, he went right back in the shell. Yeah, he's not like one of those
snappers.
Mean snapper turtles.
Yeah.
He's
It's those tortoises that were.
Oh, it's the gopher tortoise.
Gopher tortoise.
Right? Yeah. Oh, it's so cute. He just went.
All right. Well, now we know we can pick him up.
Yeah.
So then we took it to a second welder. The one who actually fixed our spreader. They put a little bead of welding inside and it has to slide over like a sleeve. So I'm glad it fit. And we kind of hit it off with them and said, hey, do you work on tanks? We kind of knew they didn't. Do you know anyone who does? No. And I said, all right, well, one other thing I was considering doing, because we want to get a new fuel tank, we just need a Band-Aid. Can we just use JB Weld, which a few other people had recommended? And he said, absolutely, I would totally use JB Weld over trying to weld something up on a tank, because when you get the tank all hot, the gases expand inside the tank. You don't know if it's going to pop out some other corroded part that, is about ready to blow but wouldn't have otherwise. So that's what we're doing. I'm getting this all cleaned up, try and get this corrosion out, and then we're just going to slather JB Weld all over this bottom corner where we have a little bit of corrosion.
It was my first hog sighting. There was a guy who was running right behind me. He saw me stop and he was like, is that a hog? I was like, should I be worried? He said, does it have babies? I don't think that one did, but I did see the family cross when I was, I don't know, 200 yards back. So I saw a bunch of black things crossing the path. Oh, that was cool.
So I've been dreading this job a little bit, trying to figure out how to rebuild this propeller. I have to disassemble it to replace these O-rings around each of the propeller blades that are all cracked up from sitting out high and dry over the summer. And I don't really like taking things apart that I don't know how to put back together. So it's always unnerving the first time. After I've done it, it's usually okay, but especially something as important as the propeller to the safety and propulsion of our boat. So anyhow, I haven't seen very many good videos or tutorials, anything about how to do this. I just have the instructions from the manufacturer, which are a bit scarce and have no real pictures. So I'm hoping this goes pretty smoothly. Hey Lauren, I think I need a second set of hands. We just need to not drop the blades.
Okay.
Grab the top.
Cool. So what are you doing there?
This is just a little bit of silicone grease.
It's like frosting. So that goes this way.
So what I don't know how to do is how to change that O-ring.
Up here?
It was just then that our boat neighbor Cliff told us to stretch the heck out of that O-ring right over the prop.
What did we just do?
Yeah, we just got the O-ring on.
Nice. Check it out.
Damage.
Trying to stretch the O-ring over the entire prop, and I took out a chunk of each thumb. Hey, we got it over.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. If we're gonna pull this thing apart, I decided we should take as much of the grease out as we can and put in new grease. Because I think the gray grease means that it has water in it. It's the way it works with oil. Grease is not all that different from oil in terms of its chemical makeup, so. Okay, you got the top one.
A little higher? There you go.
See, this is what I'm concerned about. Is that this one is not lined up perfectly, like the other two are right now.
Okay.
So, can you twist that one if I back this off a little bit? Back far enough?
No. There we go.
Okay. Is it lined up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You want to check?
Yeah, that's right. Because it's by, you saw those gears, right? How
Yeah.
big they were?
Yeah.
So it would only be off by one gear. It's not off by like, an unmeasurable amount.
Okay.
Turned into a whole day project, but we figured out how to pull everything apart on the AutoStream propeller. We put on new O-rings on the propeller blades. We put a new O-ring on the shaft. I got it all cleaned up, all sanded down the strut, sanded down the propeller shaft so that we can put on some prop zincs, and then I've got some zinc paint, running gear paint, that I'm gonna try on the propeller. I'm actually gonna put copper coat on the strut, and I may actually put it on the shaft as well. See how it goes? We were looking at our angles here. So that's in forward gear, and there's not a whole lot of pitch, but when we go into reverse, there's even less, which is what they say. But man, that doesn't look like it's got hardly any pitch at all. We're hoping we did it right, but I tested how to adjust the pitch on the propeller blades so that we could jump in the water and change it if we need to. Dang!
That's what you call service.
Thank you.
With a smile.
He would like it to.
Got how much farther you want.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks, Randy.
All right.
Thank you. Holy crap, that's huge.
What is all of this stuff? It just says generator, motor, or parts. less than $5 a pound. That's
Okay.
it. Okay, so the motor came by itself. and
This is
then
the motor.
That's a battery and that's battery.
Battery.
Wow. We're gonna need a razor blade, something.
Cliff.
Just so happens in my pocket.
Oh, this blade is so dull. I was cutting fiberglass yesterday.
It's like a spaceship.
A spaceship for squirrel.
Oh.
I can lift it.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah. There she be.
That is sweet.
Wow. This is like space age, man. Oh, so it does have a skeg. That's good.
Yeah, so don't crack off one of those blades.
Is that a zinc, do you think?
Oh yeah, that looks like it.
But check this out. This is what I'm excited for. Yeah, so this, we can either plug a solar panel directly into it, or we can wire this directly to our battery bank.
What do you think, love?
I am freaking super excited to try this out. This is gonna be awesome.
It's 30. Whew. The wind is pretty crazy today, so Kirk and I are holed up inside, working on our respective electronic devices.
I'm trying to figure out how to program our alternator regulator.
And I'm working on our next episode. Well, I haven't started yet, but I'm getting there.
What's happening now?
Barrier coat number 2. And boom's up.
Whoa!
What? So, what's on your shirt?
So this is our second small batch of CK426 barrier coat. We are mixing small batches today because we are in the last stage here. We're just covering our jack stands and a few other spots that we weren't able to get, like the other side of our rudder and a few little spots on our keel. This morning we had a little mishap as we were getting started. We had just mixed part A and B together, and I was stirring vigorously to combine them, and all of a sudden the stir stick snapped and shot barrier coat everywhere. Got all over my shirt, all over my shorts, all over the stuff everywhere.
It's a good look, love.
It just kind of exploded in my face. So we're going to try not to do that this time.
We were really worried that we weren't going to have enough paint.
Yeah. So the fact that we lost like a quarter of it, but we ended up with enough to coat everything we needed. So we need to do 3 coats of the barrier coat on each of the spots that hasn't gotten it yet. So we took what we had this morning and we cut it into thirds and then measured out what we would need for each in our measuring cup. So we're going to fill the part A up to this line, and then part B goes up to this line. We're also putting 10% by volume isopropyl alcohol. So now we're going to fill to the next line here with part B.
Is that it?
I think so. Oh, we got a sand under here.
Oh, we missed that?
Yeah. Making progress. We're gonna be out of here in no time.
We're closer to the end than we are the beginning.
I hope. This is going to be A, and this is B. Today we are mixing small batches of copper coat. It's the last few spots we have to cover up on the boat before the bottom paint project is done. We need to do 4 coats of copper, so we've measured out how much we need to split 1 pack of copper, which is part A, part B, and then our copper here. The copper is so finely ground, the powder is really easily introduced into the air, and so you don't want to breathe it. This is a 100% solids epoxy, so there's actually no volatile organic compounds off-gassing. So once we've got everything mixed and the copper is contained within the epoxy, we don't really need masks anymore. Until we go to start sanding it and we're creating a bunch of copper dust, then we need the masks again. Okay, ready?
Ready.
What are you wearing?
Oh, well, the new latest fashion trend. You know what I noticed? Is that whenever I put on this suit, well, when I actually have it on, not when I have it tied around me looking all ridiculous, is that the only thing everyone else will say to me is, "Oh, love your fashion statement." But when you wear it,
Nobody says shit.
no one says anything.
It's because I got good fashion.
Yeah, no, it was like 90 degrees out today, and I put on the suit, and it had been like 2 weeks since I sanded, and I forgot that sanding copper really isn't that big of a deal. You just need to wear a face mask. And so I was sweating in the suit, and then Kirk told me, "Hey, you don't need to wear that suit." But I just washed my hair last night, and so I didn't want to get copper in my hair. So I covered the one thing that I need to cover
Turn around.
and left everything else out. So.
You're supposed to turn around.
And these are my painting sanding socks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I had one pair the whole time.
Well, here's how I'm dressed. It's very
More-
hot today.
More importantly is how your head is dressed.
Yeah, my
Look at
head
that
is like
freaking
wrapped
cloak.
in a winter, in its winter coat. I told Lauren a month ago I wasn't shaving or cutting my hair until we got the boat out of the yard. And then we delayed our launch, and then we delayed our launch, and then we found a fuel leak, and we delayed our launch again. So.
And so now you look like a cross between a sheep and a bear.
Does that make me a share? Or a beep? Look at that. Look at how much diesel fuel that pulled out. Those all used to be almost like white, very light gray. We've still got a little more to suck up there and back here. And it's not quite getting sucked up the walls yet. All of it. But it's coming out little by little. I haven't smelled it recently, which has been nice. We no longer have any here on the floor. There's no sheen at all.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
So it sucked it up out of that piece of wood enough that it's not coming up anymore. We've still got like a little bit in there, and this has some, but we'll get all that sucked up. So I would say the kitty litter project has been a major success.
So we'll see how that looks in a week, huh?
Yep. So today's a big day. We have put up a few pieces of paper here with all of our big projects on them. Today we get to check off a bunch of these. Alternator upgrade. Wait. Do I squiggle or do I straight line?
Squiggle is stuff that we didn't do and we decided
Okay.
we're not doing.
Alternator upgrade. Boom!
Done.
Bilge pump we haven't done yet. External monitor we haven't done yet. Repump starboard tank we haven't done yet. Deck wash we haven't done yet. Rebuild water pump. Haven't done yet. Replace engine zincs. Done. Rebuild prop and add zinc. Done. Wait, that's it? Frack. Oh, bottom paint. Done.
Woo! Alright, so the ones that had a big dot next to them were ones that we determined about a month ago we needed to do before we launched.
Everything else we can do underway.
Yeah, that is our last one right there. Bimini and solar install. So, what's the plan, Stan? We're going to be launching.
We've got 2 weeks to completely figure out how to construct, sew, and install a bimini.
And then we also need to put the Dodger back up, run all the lines, wax and buff the hull, and
Give everything a good washing.
and put our fuel tank back in our boat.
Oh yeah, that too. That's a big one.
Because right now, there's a hole there. Either we're perfectionists, or we're idiots, or this just isn't that simple.
Do it.
This is the day we leave the boatyard.
We're finally out of here.